There's a fight this weekend, though. It's not getting a lot of attention.
It's not. No, not yet.
You're talking about the Woodley?
Yes. We got a welterweight title fight on our hands.
Let's get into it. Let's get into it, Ev. Give us the main fights. I've been so busy, I haven't looked at the card, so give us the main card. Or what's the main fights on this? It's not getting any attention.
There's a really good fight on the prelims. Ross Pearson's fighting again. He's fighting Jorge Masvidal, who's his nickname's, I was going to say he's a gamer, but his nickname would kind of imply that.
It's a fun fight. It's going to be a barn burner.
Oh, yeah.
Masvidal's a beast. And then Ross lost to Brooks, right? In a decision on the finale, Ultimate Fighter finale.
At 200.
Yeah.
Who was Masvidal?
Yeah. It was
Who was Masvidal's last fight? I'm sorry.
Masvidal's last fight?
Yeah.
We watched it. See, that guy always gets fucked out of decisions. It's always close fights,
right?
and he
He
gets
loses
screwed.
a lot of bad decisions.
Yeah.
That's a tough
lost
fight
the
for
decision
Ross.
to a close one to Lorenz Larkin.
That's right. And I had him winning
Before
that.
that, he dropped a split decision to Benson Henderson.
Yeah.
He's That's a tough fight for Ross, man. I would take Masvidal in that fight. What else you got?
Moving to the main card, we got Matt Brown versus Jake Ellenberger.
Damn, Jake Ellenberger's... Damn, I had no idea he was still fighting. I love Jake.
Yeah, awesome dude.
What's he been doing? Just taking time off?
Took a little bit of time off. He hasn't fought since
he got knocked out,
he got
right?
KO'd by Thompson, by Wonderboy.
That's right. God, that was a while ago.
Yeah, that was
Matt Brown versus Jake Ellenberger?
Oh, no. Jake lost a decision to Tarek Safedin.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
So Jake versus Matt Brown.
But that was in January, so it's been a good 6 months.
It's been 6. That's not too bad.
Not too bad. That's an interesting fight. Matt Brown is a tough guy to bet against in this. He's just...
Jake just hasn't... I love Jake. Love Jake. It's a tough fight for him matchup-wise. Jake, the thing that Jake has...
Jake
has the power.
Like a big wrestling and power advantage.
I was going to say, he's got really good power.
He just hasn't looked that great.
Yeah.
If you go based off Octagon wins and Octagon performances, he just hasn't looked... Jake just has been off lately. Granted, it's Wonderboy Thompson and Safedin, but Matt Brown's a motherfucker, man. It's a tough fight.
The only thing, though, is if Matt
Brown's been beating better people, too.
He likes to brawl, though. He likes to get in there.
He
grinds. And, Jake will catch you if you're not careful. Hook. You get close with that, yeah.
It's just Matt's beat better people. Yeah. I'm rooting for Jake, though. It's tough.
I got Matt. Yeah, I like Jake, but
I got my brain says Matt, my heart says Jake.
Yeah.
Yeah, stylistically, Jake hasn't fought anyone like Matt in forever.
No.
This is going to be a pretty interesting fight.
It's interesting, too. Like, we talk about Jake's wrestling. Everyone knows he didn't wrestle in college, correct?
Yeah. I did not know that.
Me and him were talking about that. Because, everyone talks about I'm a great wrestler. He's like, I never wrestled in college. Like, I worked out with some of the Nebraska team, but he goes, I swam a lot.
Yeah, he's a good wrestler, though.
He's good, but he's not, decorated like Woodley or something.
Not high-level pedigree.
We're not talking, like Cormier or anything.
No, he didn't wrestle in college.
That's significant, yeah.
What else you got, Ev?
Well, you've done a bunch of fight companions with McCall, so I feel like I should ask you about that one. Ian McCall's fighting. It's been a while since he fought.
Because of his hand.
He's fighting Justin Scoggins. Yeah, his robo-bionic hand that he has.
Can't even make a fist. I don't know.
I didn't know that. Has that been a long time?
No,
I wasn't. No.
Yeah, he like it's like this. Like, you can't really make a fist.
Oh, well, that's not good. I was talking to Donald Cerrone. He was talking about his wrists. He was like, dude, right now. I was like, do you walk around with injuries? He was like, I'm injured. He's fucking constantly.
Yeah.
He's like, my wrist, I can't bend my wrist.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Ian McCall. I'm obviously rooting for Ian. That's my boy. He just has a lot of injuries. He's had a ton of injuries. Ton of injuries.
Any prediction for that fight, though? McCall Scoggins?
Ian by TKO second round.
There you go. Brian, also, since you brought up Cowboy, that just triggered a little memory in my brain. I think it was on Friday. An article came out online of if UFC fighters had Tinder profiles, and they made one for Cowboy Cerrone, and it was a picture of you and Cowboy going nuts to butts on a motorcycle.
That's hilarious.
Oh, that was it. That was at our show in Houston.
We hung out this weekend. It was a lot of fun. And he was in his cowboy hat. He's looking thick. He's got some muscle on him.
He fights Story soon, right?
He fights Story on the McGregor card on
in August.
August 20th.
Hopefully not too thick.
No, he's looking very muscular. His neck is very thick. He's looking good.
Not a thick guy. What do you mean by that? Not a thick guy.
Well, I was teasing him about that. I was like, eating a lot there? What are you doing? Yeah, lifting a lot of weights? He's giant. Me and Joe Schilling were talking about that. He looks very tough.
He looks very tough.
Yeah, he looks very. Donald's a tough kid. Donald looks like he can fight. Donald looks like he can bang on you.
I'm just glad I missed this whole weekend with you and Donald, Berto. I would have freaked out. I would have freaked out.
Yeah. Well,
I would have left anyways.
We ate at Via Veneto, good meal, and then we went to James Beach and hung there. And basically, they'll just hang out. Donald's sitting there with his cowboy hat on and his ostrich skin boots. And you know what was surprising? He didn't really get recognized. We were just kind of hanging out, talking, drinking beer.
And isn't it weird because he wears that cowboy hat.
Yeah.
It's a peacocking thing where people go, "Oh, there's Cowboy."
Yeah.
We're in Marina Del Rey.
Not in LA.
There's a guy in a fucking cowboy
Not in
hat.
LA.
That would be Donald Cerrone.
I looked at Donald and I go, nobody's recognizing you. He goes, LA people, I don't think LA people watch fights in LA. I was like, well, because I've been with him in a lot of places where, people know him. They're going to ask for pictures and stuff like that. Los Angeles is not I feel like at least certain pockets of Los Angeles, like Venice, hipster Venice, is not a big UFC demographic.
Venice has Verdum, Ronda, myself.
But I mean,
Venice is a big deal.
fans are fans in there. You know what I mean? So people live there, but are big fans living in Venice. I would beg to differ.
See, I disagree. I would say so.
Hollywood's just not it's just not.
Donald's also not. I love Donald. Donald's also not Conor McGregor. There's not.
But he's pretty standoutish. I mean, he is.
He wears a cowboy
Cerrone,
hat.
right?
He wears a cowboy hat.
Yeah.
He's a cowboy. He wears a cowboy.
Yeah.
Cowboy.
Hey, everybody, it's Cowboy.
Yeah.
Damn it.
It's like you carrying around a mic. I'm a comedian. You got a mic. Come on.
All right, come on, guys.
You know this guy.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, LA's tough, man. I mean, again, but it puts things in perspective. Like, I mean, if Donald was in Albuquerque, Denver, right? Certain areas, but UFC stars is different.
Yeah.
It's different than other sports.
Yep.
That's actually what I was talking about this morning with that show I was doing.
A lot of fighters. I mean, I'm sure if Andre Berto, as good as he is, went out.
If Andre Berto
nobody would
came in
recognize
here
him.
throwing churros at the entire staff of Fox Sports, not one person would recognize him.
That's how
If
how it is.
Postel came in here
Nobody
with
would recognize
coconut water, not one person would ask him if he fought this weekend.
Nobody. Why does he have coconut water and why does Berto have churros?
Just because they're delivering food. Not
right.
one person asked for an autograph.
Okay.
Yeah, not one
very
person.
specific foods.
I know.
They put in their hands.
That's what I feel like right now.
All right. Oh, you're hungry.
I'm
hungry.
all right.
Yeah.
Kay did bring us some Dunkaroos. What else you got?
Wait a minute, hold on. Let's talk a little bit about Woodley.
Well, no, we're still going through the card, buddy. We're not jumping on the main card.
I'm sorry.
You sidetracked us with Cowboy not being recognized in Marina Del Rey.
Sorry.
Don't worry.
Sorry.
We'll get in there. So next fight after Bryan Ellenberger, co-main event is Rose Namajunas, Karolina Kowalkiewicz.
Rose could be fighting Cain Velasquez, and I'm going with Rose.
Yeah, I
love
Rose.
her.
I love Rose.
She's amazing.
Shit, she wins this one. She's title shot next.
Got it. This girl's 9-0
100%.
undefeated.
Yeah, she beats this girl. She's title shot next. Rose's interesting fight. Again, Joanna's just on another level, but Rose is my fave in that division.
Yeah, I don't want to see Rose fight Joanna.
I don't see anyone fight Joanna.
Joanna punches people in the face too much.
I don't want to see Paige fight her. I don't want to see anyone. Don't touch her.
No.
Everyone run if you get matched with Joanna.
It's not,
just
it's
turn
not
it down.
No.
Act like Reebok spelled your name wrong.
When she caught what's her name, the Brazilian with that uppercut.
Claudia.
Yeah, jab, ha-doom, just boom, right on the chin. I was like, oh god,
she's a monster.
She's a monster, man.
Yeah, well, you don't get the nickname Joanna Violence by being a
Joanna?
being a low
Joanna Violence.
You didn't know that?
No.
She's got Joanna Champion, obviously JJ, and my favorite, Joanna Violence. I have no idea who coined that, but I saw it on the internet.
She was so. It was very interesting.
It's the only way we're going to refer to her on this show now.
Yeah,
Joanna Violence.
Joanna
It
Violence.
was interesting to see how emotional she was after the fight with. I'm
Claudia.
Claudia.
Gadejia.
She was so emotional.
Well,
She
a lot
sort of
went
broke
into
down.
it because they were on the Ultimate Fighter. They talked all this shit. That was their closest competition.
Yeah.
A lot went into
the
it.
emotional relief.
The Ultimate Fighter, man. They
stress.
talked all the shit they fought on, on set. It was a lot that went into it.
Yeah.
God, interesting. This whole card's interesting. I'm not like chomping at the bit to watch it. I know everyone's like, Schaub's a hater. No, I'm not. UFC just doesn't pay my bills. If I didn't get pay-per-views for free because of my setup, I would not pay for this card.
Yeah.
I know it's fucked up to say. I love Rose. I love Jake. I'm not paying to see this card.
Are you not excited about Lawler Woodley?
If it was on right now, I might end this podcast early.
Is that because? I mean, I have my point of view on who's going to win that fight.
Let's talk about it.
Okay.
Who do you got, Brian?
Well, obviously, I have Robbie Lawler. Now, why?
Because he's the favorite, and he's a fucking monster.
That's not true.
No, he is the favorite.
Yeah, no, he's the favorite, and he's a monster. But so
how's that
Woodley.
not true?
So is Woodley, but that's not why I have. Because you know,
this is why I have Robbie Lawler. Then you
Yeah.
you give us your reason why I have Robbie Lawler. I love Woodley, but at this juncture in the 170-pound division, I don't think Woodley's done enough to get this title shot. I think Wonderboy has done more than enough. It's more than a Wonderboy versus Robbie Lawler. You can sell that.
Yes.
That's going to create some pay-per-view numbers.
Yes.
Woodley versus Lawler, it's a tough sell, man. And again, Woodley knows I love him, respect the shit out of the guy. You look at his record. He won, I think, a split decision against Kelvin Gastelum his last fight.
Yep.
For that, he beat Hung Kung Kim or whatever the fuck it is.
Knocked
him out. Lost to Rory. Those were his last three.
Yeah.
Wonderboy's like this. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm wheel kicking, axe kicking,
Doing
elbowing,
whatever I want.
Bruce Lee-ing bitches in the face.
Yep.
I'm the most exciting fighter by far on the roster.
100%.
Name a more exciting guy.
100%.
By far the most exciting. What do I got to do?
Well, what is
again? If you want to sell tickets, how do you sell this?
Yeah.
Woodley won in a decision against Kelvin. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you look at Robbie Lawler, his last fights. You know, Robbie beat Carlos Condit, right? Close fight. Then he he beat Johnny Hendricks, and then he beat Roy McDonald, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, you look at Robbie's last couple of fights. He's monsters. Not that Woodley's not a monster, but I think you got to give Woodley someone else. While Wonderboy Thompson should have got the title shot. Because think Woodley's biggest win is who? Carlos Condit when he tore his ACL, kicking him, blocking a kick.
Yeah.
It's a tough sell, man. And I love the UFC. I'm balls deep in the UFC. This
I know exactly what you mean.
This card doesn't do anything for me.
Who do you think is going to win this fight? You got Lawler?
The thing is at what point do these wars catch up with him?
That's a good question.
I said the exact same thing about Cain Velasquez, and he mopped the floor with Travis Brown. He wheel kicked his beard and was like, huh? Who said I'm done? Douche, wheel kick, ass beaten.
Yeah.
And he said, for you, Big Brown. I was like, whoa, hey, no.
Hey, man. Hey. I didn't hear him
just
say that.
Just because you have the brown pride tattoo,
I didn't hear
we
him
are
say
not
that.
the same,
I didn't
brother.
hear him say that.
My son is half Mexican, so I see what you're doing there.
There you go.
I see what you're doing.
There you go.
I see what you're doing.
There
Relax.
Yep.
I like both you guys.
Yep.
Relax.
Damn right you do.
And then, so I was wondering when Cain was going to, when was it going to, all these injuries going to catch up with Cain?
Sure.
When's it catch up with Robbie? Because he's going through different like Cain's getting these surgeries. He's getting injured. He's missing camp. Then he goes back in camp. Yeah. He gets pulled out. Blah, blah.
Robbie's not been injured though. Robbie's kind of had his lip.
It's
torn
not
off.
injured. He's taking hits. He's going through wars, which is worse than surgeries.
Yes.
He's just his time in the ring, and he's getting every ounce of it. If he doesn't knock you out, Robbie's going to decision.
Yeah, that's very true.
And Tyron Woodley's stand-up isn't exactly on the level of Robbie. So if Woodley doesn't knock him out in the first 2 rounds, you ain't beating Robbie.
Correct.
You ain't beating him.
My thing about Woodley is that there's so much muscle to feed that a 5-round fight for Woodley, I think he's going to get way more tired than Robbie Lawler. Robbie Lawler, I don't know what it is. He's got that extra gear and that extra tank. 5th round, when he's getting ready to go out in the 5th round, he looks as fresh and as crisp as he does in the first round.
He's definitely exhausted.
He's getting himself pumped. He's excited. By the time he's done, he's going, this is a championship fight. He's still got energy. So, the guy doesn't gas. I've not seen him gas even a little bit. And Tyron has, that's a lot of muscle to feed. I don't think he's a 5-round fighter. It's very, very tough. Of course, he'll last 5 rounds, but it's going to be very hard to keep the pace. A Robbie Lawler pace.
The only thing is Woodley, with his wrestling background, his camp comes from a great camp with Duke Rufus and all those guys. He's training with Ben Askren.
He might have some tricks up his sleeve.
If you don't get Robbie out in the first 2 rounds, it's Robbie all day. Yeah. But I do have Robbie in that fight.
I will make a prediction too. It will be Wonderboy Thompson after that, and he will be the champion. And I don't think anybody's beaten Wonderboy Thompson for a long time. There, I said it.
Boom.
There, I said it.
What do you? Well, you work for Fox, Ev. What do you think of this card? You don't.